Ocarina of Time 3D. Let's play this. Oh, let me guess. You're here to criticize me that I played Ocarina of Time 3D before I played the N64 version. Well, I've played the N64 version since. It's still a good game. Ocarina of Time is a good game in general. Everyone always criticizes me about that. You know what? I'm deciding we're going to put some of these debates to rest. For the first video of Retro Month, I'm going to start a new series called Reboot, where we talk about what's better, the remake or the original game. So, first episode, let's talk about this. We're going to be talking about The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D versus the original N64 version. What's better, in my opinion, and why? Come on, let's go. Here it is, the myth, the legend, the original Ocarina of Time on the N64. By the way, this is not my footage. Okay, anyway, Ocarina of Time was an amazing game that was released by Nintendo. Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, this new 3D Zelda game everyone was excited for. And you know what? It did deliver. It was very expansive, the world looked very big, although it did set you on a certain path. Of course, save the princess, save the world, but the story was a little, different this time, with time travel involved, where Link goes 7 years in the future after getting the Master Sword to see what the world has become and how Ganon has taken control. An awesome adventure game, solid controls, the Z-targeting system, which a lot of people hate, I really liked, and the fighting system was really cool. Dungeons were big and expansive and just fun to play, and it was very cool for the time, 1996, I believe? Don't quote me on that, though. I don't know. A lot of people say this game is overrated, but from what I've seen nowadays, this game gets a lot of hate. I don't know why. This game is very expansive, very cool. I enjoy it most of the time when I play it, and I just love the characters. Saria, Rudo, Malin, it's just a great roster of characters and a great game. So, overall, I enjoy Ocarina of Time. I don't really know what more to say about it. It's Ocarina of Time. Oh yeah, the Ocarina system, I should mention that. That was very cool, where you got to play your own songs and you learned these songs and, they did weird different things, and that was just a very, very cool mechanic that they added in. Music. If you're a music fan, it was awesome to see these songs come to life before your eyes as you played them on your ocarina using your controller. And it used a very unknown instrument. Overall, Ocarina of Time is a very, very cool game. I'm out of words. I really am at a loss of words. Final dungeon, expansive, full of different rooms and puzzles, lots of different items that were new to the series, and overall, just enjoyable experience. Side quests, the mystery of Sheik, which I won't spoil if you're wanting to play the game yourself and wondering which one to get. Well, that's all I have to say about the original Ocarina of Time. Now it's time for us to discuss the stuff that happened in Ocarina of Time 3D that improved upon the original experience, and all the things that made this game so great. Let's jump in. With the original game being very great indeed, Ocarina of Time 3D improved upon the original experience a lot. I do think the double screens of the 3DS actually did help this title. Your maps and items all on the bottom screen, and there for you to select. The map right there, and even a mini-map on the top screen. The stylus could be used to switch your items fast and quick. The graphics are beautiful, and the story is still the same as it was, although the game is a bit dumbed down sometimes. Like with Majora's Mask 3D, they added these weird eyes to some of the bosses to make it easier for kids of nowadays, which is kind of stupid, because in a sense, the difficulty is part of the original aspect of the game and why it was so fun, so removing that kind of kills some of the experience and love from the original version. All the items are still the same. There's all the places you love, all the people you love, all of the bosses you love. Just everything about this game is solid like the original. And the graphics, like I said, are beautiful. It makes the dungeons look more lively and the bosses more lively. All the characters beautiful. And unlike the N64 version, Link had more expression. In the original version, Link was kind of like this static, blocky figure, Whereas in 3D, he kind of looks around and has his own emotions and things like that, which really adds a lot to the experience. You get to see Link's actual emotions instead of him just being a blocky figure sitting there, emotionless. And that was kind of boring with the original version. Also, there were mechanics in itself that were improved. While you could aim the slingshot and hookshot with your moving the DS around, tilt controls, you could still do it with the analog stick if that was how you preferred it. But I think the tilt controls actually help it and give a little bit of immersion, where you get to look around in the world and shoot those things wherever you want. Also, I feel just like the tilt controls work better when you're playing on the 3DS. It feels like the analog controls don't work as well, but this really helps with the firing range game, because if you get good enough at it, which I practiced it for a long time to get the big wallet, you can be really fast shooting everything really quickly, and it's just a ton of fun with the bow or with the slingshot. Epona's back, tons of fun to ride, same mechanics as before, and back into the Ocarina, now with all the controls still the same, but easier to read, as in, when I was playing the N64 version, I always got a little confused with the buttons, the C buttons, whereas everything's kind of labeled, like X, Y, A, so it's not that hard. But overall, the game improved a lot, especially in the Water Temple, the temple that everybody hates. In the Water Temple, in the original game, you had to select Start by going to your menu, scroll over to your gear, click on your iron boots, then click Start again to exit the menu, do whatever you need to do with the iron boots, click Start again, go back to the gear, take off the boots, click Start again, and do whatever you need to do. This was frustrating in the N64 version, because you just had to keep pressing pause over and over again in that temple, making it more tedious than ever. Ocarina of Time 3D fixes that so well. In Ocarina of Time 3D, all you have to do is put it in whatever item slot, Y or X, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head. And all you had to do, press it on and off, and your boots were on and off, and it was just easy and there for you. You know what? That's why. I'm sorry, I have to say it. Ocarina of Time 3D is the much better version. Yes, I always like original versions of things, but I'm sorry. Ocarina of Time 3D improves so many things that were wrong with the original game, and that's why Ocarina of Time 3D is my choice. So I'm sorry, but overall, Ocarina of Time 3D is the better version. Yes, of course the original I usually prefer is better, but this time Ocarina of Time 3D fixes things that Ocarina of Time had that kind of screwed up the system. The two screens work because you have the items in the map just there. You don't have to keep clicking pause over and over again. Also, the fact that the boots were an item instead of having to go in, changing them in your gear, and going back, leaving the menu to use them, was much, much better, because when you played Ocarina of Time on N64, you had to do the water temple swimming around, pause, gear, boots, unpause, do whatever you need to do, pause, get the boots off, unpause, and back in. It was just too long, where in Ocarina of Time 3D you could just click the button, and then on, off. And, yes, it is a little dumbed down for kids of nowadays who find challenging video games stupid. But overall, the graphics are beautiful, some of the mechanics from the original are fixed, and overall, it's just a ton of fun. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the N64 version is a bad game. Not at all. They're both amazing. Practically the same game. But, Ocarina of Time fixes some things, 3D fixes some things. Overall, Ocarina of Time is still my favorite game of all time, no matter which version I play. So, don't get mad at me, this is my opinion, but Ocarina of Time 3D is the better version. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, subscribe, I love to hear your feedback. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to Join the Alliance today. I apologize that this is, sadly might be the only video this retro month. I don't know if I'm going to be able to release another one in, the short time, considering school is totally beating me up with all this homework and stuff, but, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next video. JRG, signing out. Got a Zelda hat. You're pretty.